Hello everyone, it's me, Joestar. It's time to indulge in that Jojos. That wasn't fire? That wasn't. Oh, okay. I gotta admit, before this, I never seen part 2. I was straight up hating. But Joestar, you have to watch it. Come here, nigga. Clearly I did. You're watching the video right now. But this video is pretty long, so prepare to sit down, eat a meal, just relax, you know what I'm saying? So we see my son Speedwagon and Straizo. They found some living statue called the Pillerman. They was finna slime bro before he ever got free, but Straizo was like, "Why? Are you cool with Joseph Joestar?" Of course, that's the dead homie Jonathan's grandson. Fuck Jonathan Joestar. Fuck Joseph Joestar. Nigga, fuck Danny Joestar. I'm about to switch up on my day ones for no reason. Nigga, what I do? Come here, old ass nigga. Straizo knew Speedwagon for 50 years and slimed him for the dumbest reason. He said, "I'm getting old. Nigga, my back hurt. My hairline not crispy. But Dio, he's still fresh. He's still getting bitches. I need to get like Dio." So you kick Speedwagon's head open because Dio is him. Bro wanted to be an evil YN because Dio was. Might be some of the craziest glaze in all of anime. Really though, he wanted to be a vampire and young forever like Dio. But vampire life ain't even all that, bruh. You can never see the sun again. And if you can't see the sun, what can you really see? Without freedom, soon you will forget the color of my eyes, and I will forget yours. I love you, Liz. Call me back. Wait, what am I talking about? Okay, anyways, then we see my son, Joseph Joestar. Bro was ore farming in the middle of the street. Like, I know we seen that car coming too. The driver started talking shit for good reason, but tell me why this man walked up and grabbed him by the shirt like a Disney musical bully. I'm surprised he didn't start snapping and his goons walked out in formation to press the opposition.
I'd like to know what it was you meant to say, in case I have to pound you.
Hey, yo, what the f—
Bro sound like a New Yorker. I'm sorry to you New Yorkers, but y'all gay. What do you mean? Nah, son, you finna give me tight right now. You finna give me mad tight. You blowing me, son. No, that ain't it. But even after this, he made the taxi dude that he just pressed give him and the homie a ride. If it's me, I'm crashing into 5 school children just to traumatize them. They pulled up to this restaurant though, and some dude said, "Hey, who let this chicken bone sucking, melon munching, spear chucking Haitian in here?" I almost had a box, bro. Thought he was talking about me. Bro was moving like PewDiePie at a certain bridge in PUBG.
What a fucking—
But Joseph said, "Hell nah, I'ma handle this." So they got up for the fade. But Joseph was instantly hit with that JoJo special combo. In the middle of the restaurant too, they had a whole crowd. They moving like a Waffle House in here too. Ain't nobody hopping in the fight, they just letting it happen. This dude looking like, shit, keep me out of this, I don't want no smoke. Until Joseph said, "Who are you punching, bro? Cause it ain't me." He had this man punching a metal pole the whole time. Timmy Tough Knuckles over here punching a metal pole. But he had this man dead on the floor after that. Now this dude wanna start clapping like he wasn't gonna let Joseph eat a combo from Prime Mike Tyson. When this man was in there talking like Peter Bot, he didn't say a single thing. But now he wanna start clapping? But then this dude stood up, apologizing for his underling's action. Then broke the news about Speedwagon getting slimed by the bros. Wow, what a nice guy. Breaking the tragic news of Joseph's father figure being killed. Surely Joseph will thank him. Nope! He punched this man's chest in and sent him flying into a table in Missionary. Just because the news made his grandma sad. Joseph is literally that white saying, "Who pissed in your Cheerios?" What happened to white people sayings, man? I love the "you're standing on thin ice, pal." Later, Smokey and Joseph were chilling at this restaurant when he sees someone outside and they mocking him. "So you know my boyfriend to go slide on that, bruh? You cannot be staring like that." He said, "Why you looking like that? Why I don't see your breath? And why you got fangs, bro?" Bro said, "I'ma kill you right here, Joseph." No, I don't think you will. Bro pulled out the 1950 switch. He got Midas's drum gun and lit up everyone. The whole city had to feel Joseph's fade. Bro moving like the Avengers, he don't care what happened. He walked over to the body and bro looking like Edward Elric's mom. Until he gets back up like a zombie. This right here is Vampire Straizo, in case your dumbass didn't know. This man got up and shrugged off all those bullets, literally. Joseph tried to up it again, but he ran out of bullets. Did he use the quick tactical reload? Absolutely not. He ran up and beat that boy's face in with a drum, then smacked him to the wall with his hormone. By the way, hormone is like human chakra that damages vampires. You can also imbue items with it. But Straizo got back up like he never even got hit. Turns out, this boy got the 4,000-year-old scarf of anti-hormone. I'm not even joking, by the way, he really has the anti-hormone drip. But Joseph said, "I don't even need no hormone." This man tied a bomb to his waist. Bro started running as Straizo threw it back, but it turns out it was tied to like 20 more bombs. Yo, who is bro? Wally West? Ain't no way he tied 20 bombs to his back and he ain't even noticed. But this right here had my boy Straizo cooked. I thought Straizo was sent back to the lobby, but this man started rebuilding himself off the floor. So Joseph had to use his greatest, most ultimate powerful technique. Get the hell out of there! I don't even blame bro too, he started running. What you mean 20 bombs don't work, bro? I don't want that fate anymore either. But since Joseph got away, bro was lurking in the city. This girl looked at bro and he jumped into the sky. Shorty said, he's behind me, isn't he? Wait, what was that? We did not need to see Straizo's cheeks up in our screen close-up style, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But later, he catches up to Joseph while also holding this girl. So Joseph has no choice but to run the fade. But Straizo is not playing fair. That boy pulled out some laser eyes on Joseph, but he used hormone on a shot glass, reflecting it back into Straizo's head. Then hit that boy with the hormone punch of doom. But before he dies, hanging off a bridge, he says, the pillermen will soon awaken from their sleep in Mexico. He then crumbled apart and died. But we have to talk about something real quick. Straizo just glazed himself to death. He could have had an amazing life, but no, he wanna glaze and get killed. But after this, we seen Speedwagon is actually alive, but captured by the Germans that want to research the pillermen. They can reboot the pillermen, but they just need a sacrifice. Good thing bro has Mexicans in cages. Like, what is this? Who is this man, Donald Trump? So Joseph headed off to Mexico, but pulled over because it ain't feel right when this Rick Owens scarf fell from the desert. Don't tell me we finna see Joseph on Live Leak, bro. But Joseph said, I know damn well niggas ain't leave that Ricky on the floor. When he went to grab it, a whole man hopped out the jacket and stabbed bro. And wow, bro is chopped, looking like Peterbot. Oh, freaky chin ass nigga. I wanna rub my meat on your chin, bruh. Looking like we gonna be okay. Chin tight beat ass nigga. I don't even know what to say, bro. Oh, pickle chin ass boy. Oh, egg coconut. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so old. But that's a different level of camping, bruh. This man's hiding in a jacket. That's ridiculous. Bro said, we Germans have a question for you. Bro started standing on this cactus like he's him. Buddy, you are not Itachi. Joseph hit this man with a cactus hormone bomb, then gave him some elite back shots, and before he even stopped moving, stepped on the back of his head. Had the nerve to pose on bro like this? Y'all be taking the fit pics too serious, man. I seen a dude jump off a building for the pic. Meanwhile, the Germans brought bro back to life, and bro was all laughing and shit, happy because he rebooted a pillerman. Meanwhile, Joseph was looking out, trying to break in, but he didn't know how to. Until we seen these girls, and look at these dudes, bro. Oh, freaky, man. Dude in the back part on the registry. I promise you, he's not allowed to go anywhere near a school. Talking about some clear. Who's next? Come in. That would be me. Nigga, are you out of your fucking mind? You ain't fooling nobody. Looking like Broly in a wig. Yo. So they can't tell who the stand user is, but they know Joseph's a dude. But wait, because this might be the goofiest stuff I've ever seen in my life. He used hormone soda to hit a coconut tree to make a coconut fall and knock them out. Yo. This is why part 2 will never be better than part 5. I don't care what you say. But then the pillerman, Saviento, broke out and hopped into a vent. Bro moving like a FNAF character right now. Turns out Germans aren't so smart though, because that vent led right into their room, and he hopped out there like a FNAF character smoking this man. So then Joseph pulled up, and this dude's like, listen, he exhorts people and can become intangible. Destroy him. Why would you bring a nigga back who can do some shit like this? Anyone that's ever got sealed away has got sealed for a reason. If you tell me to fight someone who can go intangible, I'm finna fight you instead. But Joseph, being their last hope, pulls up with the ultra power. Tag, you're it? I don't know what he doing this for, bro. He be wasting our time, bro. Apparently, bro don't got time for this either, since he walked right through Joseph. He tried to stop, bro, but he kept moving. Wait, where is he going? Wait. Oh, he going for the stick. Oh, get down. Bro don't even need this for real. He carrying the stick just for fashion. So Joseph threw his knife up and used his grippers to stab bro, but it went right through. So then he tried to stab his eyes with his gripper, but this man used a Baki technique and moved his brain. This right here is ridiculous. This is something Batman would do, then say he learned it from a Tibet monk. But this man high kick on Cobra Kai levels right here. Drop in Joseph, then trying to swallow him. But this right here was all a part of his plan, because he used his hormone to damage him from the inside, blowing bro up. But he's literally immortal. He got right back up. Joseph had to tie this man up and try dragging his body to the sun. But when the door opened and the sunshine came, he jumped inside von Stroheim's body. Jojo's characters be doing anything, bro. I swear, buddy was 6'7", 230. Wait. 6'7"? Let's go. 6'7". I'm a grown adult, bro. I am so old. I'm so sorry, guys. But to stop Don Viento, von Stroheim pulls out a bomb and said Joseph must go to Rome to train his hormone with Caesar Zeppeli. Then all we seen was a boom. Buddy turned himself into Tsunade's little brother. On his first mission too, he went out bad. But Don Viento somehow still survived this, eventually dying to the sun though. Joseph then goes to Rome and sees this dude getting way too much action. So he tried to hate on bro, but it turns out he's him and sent everything back. Because this right here is Caesar Zeppeli. And I'm not gonna lie, in 1950, I bet that hat flip was crazy motion. He's supposed to be his teacher, but instead, they started beefing out here. Caesar bullied this man with his bubble powers. Joseph made him eat a pigeon, but that's not important, okay? What's important is him taking a seat like this. This is aura farming, bro. I don't care what you say. Look at Speedwagon's face. He's like, is this nigga serious right now? Oh, sugar in the tank ass nigga. We never did shit like this when I was young. This nigga aura farming. But yeah, he ends up joining the team, and I ain't gonna lie, he low-key tough. But tell me why the Germans are still out here researching more pillermen. One guy was trying to get a closer look and got sent to the Pop Smoke featuring Juice WRLD concert, bro. He got absorbed. Using his blood, this man got free, and some Indian music started playing. It was like, ah, la, 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 hilly, billy, la, here is Wamu. And apparently, he could have played for the best team of all time, the 2024 Trailblazers, because look how this man was flowing around like he's in Crocono Basket. Then drops all these boys with just his finger, and he gonna walk off all sassy and say, I am Wamu. Bro just announced himself like that, and then he gonna free all the bros? Once again, the Germans ain't up to no good. At the same time, the Jojos were coming to investigate when they found the Germans looking like 1942 Jews. And then the pillermen just gonna pop out like nothing happened. Bro bumped the shoulder of Wamu and was instantly destroyed. Oh no. They really some demons. Kept it pushing too. Didn't even acknowledge Speedwagon's Gucci bucket hat. Apparently, their plan is to find the redstone of Asia to become the ultimate life form. They greedy as shit, bruh, because you already the top life form. Bro's power is to kill anyone that stepped in his shadow. But this right here is why I love the Pillarmen though, because they're not just evil like Dio. They have warrior's pride and respect for each other. Just gonna put this out there, it's been 2 days and I am now sick. But obviously, since the Pillarmen turned Caesar's friends into head Captain Yamamoto, he tried to pull up with the hormone bubbles that actually damaged Wamu. Unfortunately though, Wamu low-key him. So he pulled up and knocked all the air out this man's throat and chest, then threw him across the room like he was some trash. Apparently, he spared bro's life because he had a good fade. But then Joseph said, I run good fades too. So he pulled out these balls, flinging them around with some hormone, then spinning them. It was looking like he was a master of the technique, but then he hit himself in the head like, nigga, lock in, what is you doing? Pillarmen probably thought he was a jester or something after this goofy ass move. Joseph tried to pull up and crack Wamu, but this man's weave game is unmatched. But one of them was lurking in the back. It came back like a boomerang and hit this man in the back of his head. Then he tried to pull it with the combo, getting this man in the full stock, but he was low-key mogging Joseph and eating all those shots. There is no reason he should be looking like he's look maxing right now. But then, he starts using his technique, spinning his hands counterclockwise and the other clockwise, creating a powerful vortex. Yeah, and this guy right here is searching to become the ultimate life form, bruh. The greed on you, bruh. What more do you want? Joseph knew he had to get out of there, bruh, so he had to crawl away and hop in a Minecraft minecart, leaving all his homies behind too. I couldn't even believe this. Like, really, bruh? You snaking Speedwagon? But Wamu hopped in there, and it turns out Joseph was never trying to run away. He was trying to save his friends from getting done like Psycho Stu. He was about to get finished by Wamu, but he ended up rage baiting this man, saying he's scared to run the fade back in a month when he has full training, and if he doesn't, then he's gay. Honestly, I can't even blame Wamu for falling for this, bro. Bro was grinding his teeth with the rage bait though. We also seen AC/DC deep throw a bomb. Not sure why he did that, but he did that. But then Wamu put a poison ring inside Joseph's heart. It'll kill him in 30 days unless Joseph fights and defeats Wamu. And AC/DC also pulling in his neck. I got a little scared because the first thing he said is, the ring won't go on your finger, Joseph. I'm not gonna say that I was thinking, bro, but hey, I thought it was going somewhere scary. But at the same time, bruh, they is trifling, bruh. How you gonna add another fade to my list? Who is AC/DC? We don't know him. But they travel to Venice to meet Caesar's master, and to our surprise, she's actually a hot woman named Lisa. But y'all gonna see in the future, she is Tony Snail. No points, no badges. But she takes them in, makes them go through some training on an island too. One of the missions was use hormone to climb some slippery pole. Wasn't too crazy, but yeah. Wait, an island? Slippery oil? Boats? Lisa, reminding me of two people. But while there, she said she has two masters of hormone that will teach them, Machina and Logs. Besides having a crazy jawline, they is Tony Snails too! They thought they was tough playing all these gangs, bruh? No. They had this training arc transition going on, looking like, there's 104 days of summer vacation, and who comes along just to end it. Like, I'm not even joking, bruh. Rare L for Jojo's transitions, bruh. Usually, they are deep in their bag. But we also learned Lisa is the protector of the redstone of Asia. Don't let me get my hands on this, bruh. I'm gonna be looking like Lil Uzi Vert flexing on y'all. But the next day for their training, they have a 1v1 with their trainer. Joseph pulled up and oh lord, bro already dead by AC/DC. So he's supposed to train Joseph, and he literally has no feats. Tony Snail, he literally had no stats. A beginner had to run the fade for him. In like a second, he stabbed AC/DC with his finger.
but AC/DC grabbed his arm, trying to little bro him, then throw him around, but he did not see that Joseph's string was already around his arm, then he cut it off. So within one exchange, he surpassed the instructor's feats. That got one-shotted, by the way, just saying. He had this man crying, going out sad. It was actually embarrassing, but he heard Joseph say, "Hey, I'm finna record that shit," and locked in immediately, bro. A top 10 lock-ins ever. They could be whooping me, making me apologize, but the minute that camera comes out, I'm locked in, bro. Nothing happened to me, bro. But the lock-in was weird because now he's using his veins to hunt down Joseph, but he dodged them all luckily. And while that was happening, he set up a trap underneath, bro. Joseph got some tech. He hit him with the Uno reverse card until AC/DC said, "Nah, I'm the one with the bigger web." Ain't no way. The double Uno reverse card, and the homies was like, "What? What's going on over there? AC/DC." And didn't even slide for bro, like, what does this instructor do? Is he finna do something? It was looking like bro was cooked, but Joseph just started laughing in bro's face. He said, "You see what this means? How I'm laughing right now? This means I won." Because this man had the triple net going around. Basically, he used to cut pieces and turn them into new ones to make new, I don't know, nigga. I don't tie fucking knots, bro. I don't know. Anyways, he bullied AC/DC. Bro got dropped, and Joseph got the cure to the poison. But I don't know if I trust bro. Like, not to be weird, but like, did he nut in that ring? I mean, I'm just being real, bro. It's a real possibility. But as Joseph left the fade, he said, "Man, my back hurts." Bro, how does this guy go from smart and handsome and beautiful like Joestar to a retarded nigga like Fabio Foreign? In the meantime, Lisa being lazy and taking a bath, bro. Like, are we not in a war right now? What's going on? Like, I'm telling you, bro, I thought she was gonna be like Unohana or like Armstrong's sister, but she's more like Sakura. Then Joseph goes to see her, and this girl's like, "Ah, what is that?" He's like, "What? What is it?" And she doesn't tell him there's an alien brain attached to his back. This island is full of geniuses, bro. Anyways, the maid said she's finna head out. But when Joseph goes to see Lisa, the maid is somehow already in there. Because that actually isn't the maid. That's AC/DC's brain, and they used her body to steal the redstone of Asia and send it off to cars. Mind you, Lisa has been doing nothing but sitting in the bath for an entire episode. Joseph and Caesar had to use hormone to remove AC/DC and kill him. Joseph was saying he respects AC/DC for doing whatever it takes to win, and I'm like, no bro, no, we are smoking AC/DC, bruh. But now they have to travel and retrieve the redstone of Asia. Meanwhile, my son Cars is already on the move. But when he's seen Johnny Bravo and Joseph Joestar driving down about to hit this dog, he put out these blades and turned them boys into fish fillet, flipping they load and just walking off like nothing happened too. Now this right here was cold, almost made me respect him more. Anyways, the boys arrive in Germany when they're pulled over by the Germans. The Germans get to the package before them, taking the redstone of Asia and summon Joseph to their crib. Later that night, Cars pulls up with an enemy UAV active. And where did bro get this drip from? Looking like Seer from Apex Legends. Anyways, he literally has a scan coin like Peterbot, hacking through the walls and wallbang the whole entire team. But when he pulls up inside, this dude was sitting on the couch. I wonder who this is, bruh. Cars pulls up, trying to cut him down. And wait. Edward Elric, what are you doing here? Oh wait, never mind. It's just Von Stroheim, the bum ass nigga. Like, bro, didn't you bring all the pillermen back and then die in the same episode, bruh? You are trash. Basically, Van Stroheim is now Inspector Gadget. He got mad arms and he put them to use by pinching, bro. Wait, what? Bro, you had a big comeback, full body armor, and you pinching people? The one good thing he has was a switch dick. Yes, you heard me correctly. 600 rounds inside of him started lighting up cars. But as we already know, man, he is bulletproof, you clown. I mean, he couldn't really hit him regardless, but still. But then Cars pulled up and turned Von Stroheim into Von and Stroheim. He was looking like a Call of Duty crawler after this, I ain't gonna lie. He then snatched his chain, aka the redstone of Asia. Snatched it through the shirt too. That's unheard of, bro. Part 2 is just ridiculous. But then this man pulled out a laser from his eye, making him drop the red stone. But bro, if you had a laser the whole time, why didn't we use it sooner? Like before he cut you in half? The stone starts sliding down, and so does Joseph and Cars. Then boys is running like the winner gets to crack Sonny Lee. Cars dives for it, but then Joseph tries to kick him in the back of the head. But my man hit the tactical front flip and grabbed the chain with his foot. Bro moving like Mirror's Edge right now. But then Joseph kicks the snow in his face and snatches the chain back. I don't understand how that worked on Cars, but it did. Anyways, Cars stabs Joseph, making them both fall down into this whole like ravine thing. I don't even know. He was finna kill Joseph mid-air, but he used the fallen icicles with Hamon to make a ladder. I feel like Joseph just be doing anything, man. Personally, I prefer stands over Hamon any day. But look who's up top. Lazy Lazy and her shitty team. No badges, didn't help at all. Meanwhile, Cars is flying down, landing like he's at Tilted Towers. This man bounced off the floor like this, like a ping pong ball, then just survived and started laughing his ass off. Oh nah, I know he's spinning back immediately. But the next day, the Jojos regroup and eventually find a nearby castle that they think Cars is hiding in. Caesar was like, let's go slide right now. But Joseph said, nah, we need a plan. So my man Caesar said, I'm sliding with you or without you. He slapped up Joseph and said this right here is a Zeppeli problem. Basically, he slapped him and said this right here is for real niggas only. He then jumped off this balcony and started going. Me personally, I could never allow someone to stunt on me like this, especially because he slid on his own for the 1v1. The bodyguard pulled up like, Caesar, let's just let it go, bro. And boom, just like that, the nigga got one-shotted and dragged off into the darkness. Bro, I can't, bro. Lazy Lazy's team is so ass, he did nothing, bruh. Got one-shotted and dropped. Wamu tried to get Caesar next, but unlike that other guy, he's actually not trash and sent some bubbles flying with Hamon. He low-key sauced up Wamu and this man started running, but bro was throwing them bubbles like he was Babe Ruth. He went for the kick combo, but Wamu flipped using his body to run inside of the building. So Caesar knew he just cracked his shield and had to seal the deal. He went in there trying to W key bro, using his slide cancel and everything. Wamu was getting worked too. Goofy nigga fell down the stairs and shit. That reminds me of someone. I miss you, Grandma. Anyways, he was about to finish Wamu using the bubbles to shine the sun on him, but he got greedy going for the kick combo ore farming, so his shadow made a blind spot, letting Wamu use his ultimate technique. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. This right here was a 200 pump on Caesar. I ain't gonna lie though, he stood on 10 tails to the very end trying to catch that fade. When Joseph came in, Caesar was already dead under a cross. He was tearing up, I was tearing up, we was tearing up. Rest in peace, Caesar. All he wanted to do was beat ass, but in different ways, just like me. Joseph was like, you niggas gon' pay. They started walking through Car's mansion, looking for bro, when they finally walk into this room, and then boys is over there ore farming, talking about some, oh, I didn't see you there. Bro, yes you did. Cars can literally sense these things. I just watched them wallbang an entire team through outside. But it turns out, they're about to get jumped by 100 underlings. But instead, they rage bait Cars into a 2v2 of death games. They go back to their hotel, and when packing Lazy Lazy's bag, Joseph sees a picture of his grandmother, Speedwagon, Straizo, and some random baby. Why does she have this photo, you ask? Watch the damn show, bro. Shut up. I don't know, bro. Watch the show. So they head to this Coliseum for the 2v2. And the first up is Wamu versus Joseph in a race, fighting among some horse, bro. I don't know. They hop on their horses and their carts, going off in a race. With Joseph being in the lead, he gets his hands on his first weapon, this big old hammer. But Wamu just crashed into a pillar and grabbed it, using that as a weapon. Buddy out here moving like Prime Hulk, throwing it and destroying Joseph's cart. What type of fate is this? Oh, greetings, sire. Thou shalt not pass as fate. Like, what is happening? Wamu was finna run him down with his horse and cart, but Joseph grabbed his hammer, using it to launch himself and land on top of Wamu's horse. But when he went to smack him, Wamu was ready and already gonna hit that man with his finishing move. He said it has a 100% death rate. We had Cars out here pouring some walk on Joseph's dead body. But it turns out, when Wamu used that move, Joseph used some hormone chains, basically cooked this man, but he somehow pulled through. Their next weapons were gifted. They were crossbows that shoot some steel balls. And apparently, this man Wamu has straight aimbot. That boy shot it off the wall, bounced it, and it came back and cracked Joseph. If you see a car driving by Genuine Risk Lane, just know it's Wamu and he's taking that turn. He was finna walk down Joseph and finish him, but then this ball came back and Wamu got turned to Charlie Kirk. Ain't no way. When he risked it, Joseph risked it. That boy hit the heavy sniper headshot and cooked him. He thought he was him though, talking about some, I am the mighty Wamu, I can't be beaten. Aight, bruh. Shut that shit up, bruh. Ain't this you, Mr. Almighty Wamu? Left as just ahead, bruh. You lucky I ain't hopped to that screen and touched you, cause I would've. Next thing you know, Cars was like, man, Wamu was a bum, man. I don't even know him. He ain't even from here for real. Wow. Switched up on him in an instant. Then took his dewey off and he got some beautiful luxurious hair just like me. It was time for the Lazy Lazy fade and I thought maybe, just maybe, she was finally finna turn up. Cars went to jump at her and she was already lost. He pulled up from behind her and she was like, I had always seen this coming, buddy, and literally killed Cars. I must say, I owe Lazy Lazy an apology and she is now Lisa Lisa. But nope, she was fighting a shadow clone the entire time. Good job, Lazy Lazy. You did 0 damage and now Cars just whooped you. Van Stroheim then pulled up and said he was finna be the one to finally stop Cars. But only after he sent Joseph to fight first, alright? He's not real. But he ties up Lazy Lazy and hangs her body off a cliff, so he has to fight her while holding this rope there. Joseph thought he was Tarzan, pulling up with the most basic move in the book, but Cars took the advantage, cutting him and almost making him drop Lazy Lazy. I'm not gonna lie, Cars is playing mad dirty. He said he would just cut Lazy down and make him fall if he don't just walk forward and die. But it turns out when he cut Joseph the first time, he used the cut rope in another knot, sneaking this man, making cars fall off the entire platform onto some spikes. And from here, it was all over. Speedwagon also revealed Lazy is Joseph's mom. And that's why she had the picture, guys. Wow, I can't believe it. Wait. Joseph was peeping on her in the bathroom earlier, bro. Ain't no way Araki wrote this, bro. We serious? Cars was about to die while the Germans upped the condensed light cannon on him, but it turned out he had the redstone of Asia and a mask on his face. When they shot it, the redstone absorbed all the light, turning Cars into Cars alpha male 6'7" guy. Shout out to the Germans, man. They've done nothing but cause problems, get whooped, come back, cause problems, and get whooped again, bro. Good job, y'all. From this point on, Cars was in creative mode. He literally made himself a freaky squirrel. Okay, bro, what's up with that, bro? We gotta investigate him. They was talking about some, Joseph, go handle him. He said, later, nigga. Took off on his ass. I would not fight bro either, bro. Y'all see what he doing, bro? Turned himself into a bird and started chasing down Joseph. He had to hop in a plane and just fly away, bro. He did have a plan though, to drive himself into a volcano. This man is so busted, his only plan was, yeah, I gotta take us both out, bro. So he had to juke this man out in a plane near the volcano and smack bro with a whole plane. They was finna go right down into it, but last minute, the German bum caught Joseph as he jumped out. He must be Jordan or something, bruh. Not sure how he caught this man mid-air. Must have a 500-inch leap, I guess. But somehow, Cars survived the lava, getting out like he's Michael Afton. I always come back ass dude. He jumped up and cut off Joseph's arm as Indian music started playing in the background. But when he went to finish off Joseph, he put out the redstone of Asia, causing the volcano's eruption. Yo, the pace of this show was something crazy. It was actually pretty fire. Anyways, they were sent flying up on a rock with the debris, sending Cars off into the cold void of space, as Joseph lay down on this rock, ready for his death. And during that time, Cars froze in space as an immortal creature. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst lives in all of Jojos, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. He was free for about 2 weeks and was sent right back to sleep. Anyways, they held a funeral for Joseph, everyone all together. When this nigga randomly popped up like nothing happened. Bro, you are not Michael from GTA, bro. Like, come on, bro. Turns out he fell into the ocean, was saved by a boat, and was nursed by this maid, and then married her. That's the end of JoJo's Part 2. Now, I must say, Part 5 is way better, okay? Part 1 and Part 2 are the 2 worst parts in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like in my room, I keep my door closed. Sometimes I like to smoke, and sometimes I like to pull foes. Just see how it goes. Bought some clothes, Cardi hates it, but my nose.